Hello guys, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod spotlight video. This time we're going to be taking a look at Shell Rain, which is a mod that makes shells stay longer, as stated by the mod developer, who is named Poderic. I kind of almost forgot about that part. But yeah, so this mod just kind of messes with this thing. Let me just show you quickly. So this saves me from explaining what a shell is. You see this thing popping out of the gun? That's a shell. And those in the vanilla game have a specific limit of 15. And if there are 15 shells, they start just disappearing in the middle of nowhere. So what this mod does is it increased the limit to, I think it was it 150? I think it was 150 they wrote. No, 1,500, not 150. Sorry, I thought it was 1,500 first, but I was like, that's a bit overkill. But no, they increased the actual max number of shells visible to 1,500, which... it is overkill, but I mean, it doesn't take a lot of performance. I have tested it. So, it's 25 in vanilla, not 15. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, it's 25 in vanilla and they increased it to 1,500. They also went ahead and made the gun shell camera distance, which is like how far away the shell is. They also increased how far away you can see the shells. They have also made it so the amount of time the shell stays is longer. So before it was about 5 seconds. Oh, I actually didn't even realize that that's very little. Anyway, it was 5 seconds before, but now they made it stay for 10 minutes. So this is going to be here 10 minutes after I have shot this gun. This might seem like a little tweak to the game, but in all honesty, it makes firefights way more consequential and also makes them way more interesting to look at after you have fought, because... when you have a firefight with a ton of people and you look at the aftermath, you're going to see a lot of bullet casings all over the place. A lot of these shells. So that is actually a big change, at least after battles. So in case you want to see a demonstration, here is how it looked like before. A lot of bullets being shot, a lot of things happening. But you see the shells are disappearing, kind of just fading out. The more I shoot the gun, just kind of poofing away. There's still quite a few of them, and I don't think you will really notice this at first glance. You never really thought it was a problem. But after a firefight and you use this mod, you just won't go back again. And now I will show you guys how it actually looks like with this mod. So I'm just going to keep spamming this. Alright. You might already see a difference now, by the way. Before, shell casings disappeared, faded out completely. I'm just going to keep shooting here. This also counts for the enemies, by the way, as far as I understand. So all the enemies also go ahead and have this thingy where they also drop a lot. It does count towards the limit, though, as far as I understand. Alright, so I've shot about the same amount, maybe a little bit more, than in the little example I showed. And here we can see all of them have stayed. Every single one of them have stayed where I shot the gun. So all of these casings is every single time I've shot. And if you compare this to before and to now, you will definitely see that if I were to like walk around and I was like, oh, I just had a firefight with a guy who stood right here, you'll be able to see where he was shooting at you from. And if he has moved away and shot, you also see shells up here, like as an example like this. Okay, all of a sudden you can see that there's shells here too. And then this way it was before. It adds so much to a gunfight after the gunfight is over. And even during the gunfight, it also adds a lot of stuff. But it's not one of those, like, must-have mods. It's one of those, like, quality-of-life mods where it's, like, it's just the immersion that matters, you know? Like, it's very immersive to see these here. And it's very immersive to get a bunch of bullet casings just kind of sitting all over the place. So to me, this is a must-have in my load order. And maybe you didn't realize you wanted this mod or needed this mod until this video. And if that's the case, I mean, then I'm happy I helped. Or if you now hate me because you realized how little the vanilla game cares about the bullet casings, then you're also welcome. Now you're in my world. But yeah, a pretty useful mod. Apparently they also made one for Fallout 3, and they also made one for New Vegas, in case you guys play those games too. I didn't know that. I should have installed that when I did my Let's Play, but now I know. And I also like his example. You enter a building looking for supplies and find a group of raiders. After an intense shootout, you look down and loot the bodies, only to find that there are no spent casings on the ground. And in case you need me to explain that for you, for some reason, he had a firefight, and for some reason he can't see the after effects of the firefight. He can't see the consequences of the battlefield. He can't really see what they really shot with because, or where they shot from, because all the casings were just gone. And I understand, because I need to kind of say this before I end the video. I understand why they limited this, because under the wrong circumstances on weaker hardware, this might actually make you lag a lot, and game developers most likely do not want that to happen to you. But again, based on my own testing, and based on what I have understood the mod does, it still has a limit. It's not infinite, and in a big firefight with like 20 people, I can see 1,500 being reached fairly easily. I can also kind of, again, attest to the fact that it's not really that heavy to have them running on the ground. Like, it's not such a big issue. But at the same time, it probably does take an FPS or two. It's a bit variable. It's very hard to measure exactly if it lowers your FPS or not. That should tell you how little of an effect it has. But if you have a very weak PC, I mean, you can let me know in the comment section. Has this actually lowered your FPS if you look at a firefight after the fact? Odds are that it maybe 1 or 2 FPS have been lowered. But it's so variable in this game sometimes, and it's very hard to tell. And this is like a big jump, but like 10 FPS is very hard to notice. But yeah, that's kind of all I can really say about it. So for optimization reasons, if your game runs like poop, I would not recommend this mod. But if you're looking for a way to immerse your firefight and you have a 60 series, like a 40, 60 and up graphics card, because at this point this game is getting quite old and you can run it fairly high, or fairly well, I would definitely recommend having this mod installed just for immersion reasons, and also to look at firefights after the fact. Like, you see their bodies in the ground after you shot them, and you see them just laying in a bunch of their own bullets. The stuff they try to shoot you with. Like, it's very poetic and very dramatic. And I like the storytelling that it also delivers. So, yeah, I mean, I cannot live without this mod now at this point. It is too nice, too good to have. And also very immersive to kind of just see them phase out sometimes. I am pretty sure you can tweak it, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But if you really want to, I think you could go into the file and tweak the thingies yourself. Don't quote me on that though, I haven't really tried, but it looks very simple to do so, if you can find the right file. So yeah, it's just pretty good. I would highly recommend. And yeah, I don't actually have much more to say. Sorry, I don't want to waste your time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Checking out my Let's Plays, checking out my other mod Spotlight videos. I hope to see you in another one of these videos, or one of my videos, or channel, or whatever or not you want to check out. And you guys, stay awesome as always.